As the next generation of smartphones begin to roll out, don't be surprised to see phones like the Motorola Riser, roll up at the door. And this is not the first generation of this type of tech, which is a good sign that Motorola aren't ready to roll over and give up on this concept. And here is what I think you might like about the Riser. The screen wraps around it in such a way that it's viewable on the back. This means in the closed position, the back of the device can be used as a viewfinder. And on the front side of things, the phone is completely usable in the closed form factor. And it doesn't compromise on the Android experience when it's fully extended too. And in fact, the widgets are actually adaptable to the state that the phone is in. This means there's no compromise in the Android experience at all. But one of the things that impressed me the most is that there is no cutout or punch hole for the selfie camera. In fact, the rollable screen actually rolls down in the opposite direction to expose the selfie camera. And I know those of you out there who hate camera cutouts will love that. Two concerns that springs to most people's minds is how fragile the POLED might be, particularly if the phone is dropped on the bottom edge. At this point in time in the concept stage, it does have a tailor-made case that protects that part of the device. Hopefully in the future we might see some kind of guardrail design at the bottom of the phone. The bigger concern for some is the internal motor mechanism that rolls the screen. What's the power trade-off for that, and can it withstand the shock of a drop? But here's the question for you. Do you think the negatives that I just mentioned outweigh the positives of having a rollable device? And when it comes to the positives, here's what I think. The number one big positive is the fact that there is no unsightly crease like you see on flipping and foldable devices. In my opinion, that's the number one problem. No one wants to see that. Another big advantage is how small it can be in the closed position. You still get that full Android experience, as I mentioned earlier. And in fact, it can even expand upon that experience. For example, just turning the phone from the vertical to the horizontal when watching a video expands the screen for that wider viewable experience. Even the widgets adapt according to the form factor at the current time. And I guess that is the key to all innovation when it comes to smartphones, the ability to adapt. And this phone definitely does that. And I think you could tell that I like this phone. And do you know who else would like this phone? Well, at least I think they would. Snoop Dogg.